Good day, fellow Dicers. Today we'll talk about passing an endless mode to get an achievement or just as a good farming approach by passing a lot of waves there. Let's go. Forming a deck. What is an endless mode? Well, it's a mode with endless waves. They become bigger and worse, the number of mobs and their HP increases all the time, and you need to constantly improve your table to go farther. So, if mobs' health goes up, our damage also needs to grow accordingly. We will choose a tactic of playing through money. I'll explain. First, we need an energy dice which increases the damage proportionally to the amount of your saved money. Next choice is obvious. It's a mine dice. It periodically gives us gold just by standing there. Then, we need to figure how to develop our game's tempo. That's why we take the growth dice and the mimic. With the mimic, we will be copying growth dice, mines, and energy if we would need the latter on a specific place on a table. If you haven't achieved Mimic yet, you can simply take the Sacrificial instead, and the last dice you would need would be Critical. It will drastically increase energy dice damage. This is the exact combination I recommend to pass the Endless mode, either to get an achievement or simply to go as far as possible and grind as much money as you can. Now we will go to the Upgrades menu. To pass this mode, you would need only these two branches, not even up to the 5th level, because you won't get much from it. A 4th level is more than enough for us to progress. Of course, we can use additional capabilities, but I believe we won't face any substantial obstacles, so I'm not even touching them. As for choosing a level to go farming, that's an important question actually. Try choosing the one with the biggest table possible, so you could spawn as many dice as you can. The more dice you have, the more money your mines generate, so choose wisely. It can be easily the 1st level with only 15 cells, or the 17th, with such a long road for mobs to go through and a satisfying number of free cells there too. Moving on. Earliest game tactics. We don't have much place here, plus we have a lot of gold on the start, so we quickly fully stack our table with dice, simultaneously planning what to do now. Preferably maximize your mines, so it would generate the biggest amount of money and only then go for the rest. In the beginning, I got a lot of energy cubes, some with 3 dots already. I really like that. In this case, we will be working only with the dice of small number of dots and that don't stand near critical. For example, to earn a lot of money, you need to copy mines. As you can see, my crit was powered up to 300 and all my dice from the deck were leveled up to a decent level as well as other dice to get my general critical chance higher. Now we need to think what to do next. I have quite a lot of money already. Energy dice gets a good buff to its damage, so now we better power them up to a maximum. Our crits are killing mobs in a blink of an eye. Now let's think how to improve our table and what do we merge with what. As I said before, I'll pick the dice that damaged the least to clean up some space. Of course, I understand that I have some dice not dealing any damage whatsoever. For instance, placing my energy dice next to a critical dice would decently improve my attack speed, enough to go on. At the moment, we have about 4,000 gold. With such a number, our damage is 330 and the critical is 1500 and going up. But now we need to think how to better merge our mines. By doing so, we have a chance to get a growth. That's our goal here. On the start, I recommend to sit on it for a while and make sure that our energy dice would kill any mob now. And only after that, stack our table further. Honestly, there are better maps with more space to go wild with our dice, and also you get more money on the start, so it would have been a lot easier there. I mean specifically to pass 100 waves. However, now we deal enough damage so we can power up our critical dice to increase its chances. Let's wait a while now before we start merging. My poor mimic here doesn't know what to do at all. I'll be removing mines with a small number of dots, hoping I'll get a growth. Also, I'll be merging energy dices with 1 dots, which stand away from crit. Now I'm just copying and removing them. Of course, I won't be removing growth, better wait till they grow to the end. Now we have a nice situation here. I think I can remove dice with 2 dots now. The dice that I keep untouched are energy with 3 dots and those that are buffed with critical dice. Even more, some of my crits don't stand in the most comfortable way. For instance, these and these crits don't do anything really, because the dice touching them were already buffed with critical dice with bigger number of dots. Further, we carefully try to balance between gaining gold and spawning dice on a table and getting stronger. With this tactic, we can get quite far. Of course, if you manage to earn money, simultaneously merge dice, spawn growth dice, and grow energy to a big number of dots, you really wouldn't need a lot of attack dice on your table anymore. Preferably stack the table with as many mines as possible and literally a couple of attack dice. That would be more than enough if they would be standing near crits. I'll try to do that right now with the described tactic, and then we'll see my final table. Final table. After several waves, I managed to create this table. Can't say it's ideal because we have some useless crits on top, but if I try to move my table further, I know I'll have some troubles because spawning dice now costs whole 600 gold, and spending such a big amount of money would cost me my energy dice damage, so I would seriously risk to lose an advantage very fast. So in this situation, we better wait and collect enough money both to spend on the new dice and keep the damage level enough to keep mobs and of course bosses. Right now I have 8000 gold. Mobs get wrecked instantly after spawning and our funds grow constantly. This way we can pass a lot of waves, and if we will be improving, who knows, would it be even possible to stop us at all? And a further merging I want to do is to remove the energy dice that don't stand near crits. Honestly, I would be happy to stack all the table with mines and leave only 2, for example these 2 energy dice under this crit. They would effectively deal with all the mobs. And on the rest of the cells I would just farm enormous amount of money, and we're gonna get pretty far like that. With such a table we can play very, very good. Waves are coming, money is farming, mobs are dying, all perfect. You can hold on like that for a very long. And again, if you want, you can improve it at any time. If you have a possibility to leave your phone laying and farming you endless money like that, you would get as far as possible, guaranteed. And that's all I wanted to show you in this video. Try different tactics and let us know of your tactic in the comment section below. We'll see if playing with such a deck would be the same way successful in the next releases. Those of you who would be able to pass maximal amount of waves, share it on social media with us. Goodbye, friends!